All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Banishers, um, Coast of New Eden. So, I'm trying to investigate this laboratory now that I guess I'm gonna continue to go on in this sequence in this area here. Let's see what we got here. Open this close ward.
More ghost wards. Someone was being extra careful.
Mm, let's see. Why do you want to know about the void? That's anything. Let's keep it. An attempt to translate the lesser ritual to common English.
Looks like Lammy was trying to translate some sort of ritual.
Not any ritual. This is the lesser palingenesis.
I guess no one warned Lammy that grimy reincarnation rituals were not without risk.
June 10th, 1695. I can wait no longer. Father may preach or lull about what his sec- select men, friends in town, or words would not save these people. We have the power and duty to act, not to cover with fear for our reputations, but Father has always feared the loss of reputation to the point of abandoning his craft, leaving me to learn it in secret. For saying my father will not act, then I will. Oh wow.
He doesn't speak well of his dad.
Did he seek power? Was he hoping to step out of his father's shadow?
If he did, he went the wrong way about it.
The Book of Lesser and Major.
So, what are you hiding in here, evil spawn?
Glancing at the original writing, Lammy's work was poor. No wonder the ritual he spawned for Caleb from those botched words of power went wrong.
We need to get to the top floor. Bet we'll find something.
What's this? And that's the way up. Alright, so let me see what's down here. Oh no. Ah, dag nabbit.
Once I bruise the heart, destroy the wisps within its roots. Over here, look.
These two.
That is why they pay me good money.
deck. Spirit points. Cost is decreased by 50%. I knew. Okay.
It's just a lift. Why is this mechanism so complex? That book, again.
The Agrippa. That's not good. Not good at all.
What level of not good are we talking about exactly?
This book promises eternal life, but the promise is a trap. Let's hope it hasn't been used.
Sucks for him. They rise. Soon our forever shall fair be rewarded with the greatest gift. Company and assemble, be ready. The ritual done and time to have much to discuss. I cannot tell my friends.
Should be useful.
More magic muckery. Not necromancy, though.
It's a lot to read. Test 17 says it released since my presence. Herbs have no particular effect on the senses. Afraid once more, yet it seemed to be deceived for a moment. Could this be linked to the organic tissues I use? Need to check. Inconclusive. I may be able to fool it, but if I come near, it starts getting agitated. Test would go towards increased effect. Insufficient. Correct. Ingredients. Could it be the symbols? Still not working as expected. I believe I am onto something. We'll finalize soon.
He tried to hide his presence from something dangerous. Something related to the Agrippa.
The lift should work now. All this is more serious than we thought. I'm apprehensive. Not just because we're going underground.
We'll be careful. We don't know what Lamy was up to. And the signs are not encouraging.
You know, I could get to like it underground. The darkness, the gloom, the cool air.
Really?
No, not really. Not at all. Hell's balls. Another sorrow used as a guardian.
second. Like he's underground. Let's see if I can.
Releasing this thing. I have to do this myself.
I see them. Heads up! Blasted pest!
This is way too much stuff, man.
Heads up!
things freed at last. That was filthy. When all this is over, I might retire.
You'd miss it. You know you would. Here, I found something. Dead animals, again. Different symbols and magic. Seems they were used as bait. Is this how we got through the Sorrow's vigilance?
Into the breach.
Off we go then.
Don't worry, I'll leave this bit out of my memoirs.
Shut up.
Stubborn bastard!
Change targets. Tormented first.
Away with you!
Stained webs. Too thick for us to get through.
So, here we are.
I suppose now we step into the void.
Suppose we do. Dark rituals, void breach, general weirdness. Blimey can't be far.
Beware. Wards.
Where are these wards at?
It's awfully calm. Why is it awfully calm? The wards work well enough. You didn't need to kill so many bots.
Demonologists use necromancy. Maybe he thought he'd bring them back when he was done.
No more wards.
Thank you. Spectres. They haven't noticed us. Stay low.
Careful now.
Creepy hideout. The governor's spawn likes a bit of drama.
What is this thing?
Banisher rule number 4.
If it oozes, don't touch it. Another botched experiment?
It may be native to the void.
Ghostly apparitions can be controlled or at least shepherded with a variety of known rituals. These must be performed with great care lest control be ceded to potentially catastrophic effects. Legal equation if the words of power differ from one intensity and appropriate protections are not carefully used, the ghost will appear, but will not bend into the denial's will. This is to be avoided on risk of widespread injuries, death, or worse.
This is some dark, sideways magic.
It's forbidden. I've read it.
Sometimes I worry about you. This one's different. Looks like it died diseased. This one's different. Looks like it died diseased.
This is ER. Two places have been circled. The abandoned mill and God's Ark Cemetery. Which seems particularly thin in these two areas of brief.
So, you can see me. Aren't you full of surprises, young Master Haskell?
You may talk. A Banisher ghost. Amazing. How on God's earth did you find me? Never mind that. Thank the Lord you did. Thought I was going to grow old in here.
Were you stuck in here?
In the Araloo? Originally, I was searching for the source of the poisoning. I may have overestimated my talents. Still, an amazing place to be stuck in, no? Tell me, how did you get past the Guardian beneath the mill? Did you use a decoy?
We fought it. Don't change the subject.
You fought it? Of course you did. A good thing, too. I was starting to think it was wise to me tricks. Oh, but I have so many questions.
This isn't a social call, kid. And we're the ones with the questions.
Oh. Oh. Of course.
We must talk of Caleb Watson. Why in the hell would you give him a resurrection ritual?
Ruth's death hit poor Caleb hard. He was alone, and so I would often stop by his workshop. We talked. He took a keen interest in my studies and was a good listener. When he learned that she could possibly return, he had one question. How?
You saw his grief as an opportunity to test the effects of the Lesser Palingenesis.
Oh. You know the ritual too? Amazing, isn't it?
I've studied it. The actual ritual, not the mangled version you gave Caleb.
Yes, and I'm sorry. I found it in a copy of De Occulti Philosophia by Cornelius Agrippa von Nettersheim. A remarkable book.
I've met my fair share of illustrious occultists, and none owned an authentic Agrippa. Much is lost in translation or altered in the printing. I doubt your copy is an exception.
Of course! The power is in the words, and mine were wrong, so the power went awry. How very fascinating.
Are you aware of what would happen if people learnt of your studies?
Surely the acquisition of knowledge cannot be a sin.
Will you still say that when Pennington accuses you of witchcraft? You must remember Deborah.
Miss Comenius. Yes, of course, I remember.
Your father tasked us with an investigation. One way or the other, we must return with the mystery solved.
Ah. I think I understand what you're saying. I might be in a tiny little bit of, danger.
From the looks of this place, you're knee-deep in research. What are you doing here exactly?
Searching for the origin of the Harrow's plague, of course. and I have a theory on the subject.
Of course you do. Go on then.
Now, at first, I believed the water poisoned, but my father sealed the well, and yet folk remained sick. They looked for witchcraft, a foolish, uneducated suspicion, yes, but with some truth concealed behind it. You see, the Araloo taints New Eden. Its influence leaches into the Harrows. The evidence is everywhere.
By the Araloo, do you mean the Void?
Neither name does it justice. This place is beyond words. The Araloo, Mr. McCraith, is made of the very fabric of our primordial myths. Isn't it amazing?
How can you be sure the Void has tainted the region?
In New Eden, the threshold between our plane and this is thin. Even I, a novice, may reach the frontier and then go beyond. I also believe it happened before. Some years ago, New Eden was hit by another epidemic.
Yes, we learned of it in Fort Jericho.
I believe that first epidemic was caused by the porosity of the frontier between New Eden and the Araloo. Although, where theirs was an affliction of burning flesh, ours is a corruption of mind and spirit. And I believe I have found its source. There is a substance, a strange ooze. You may have noticed it. This, I believe, is the true source of the Harrow's poison. It carries a particular stink, on the scent of which I experience first confusion, then a loss of control over my limbs.
What do you expect to find at the source of the ooze?
To find a cure. The ooze seeps into our world, sickening us. I may be able to stop it. Unfortunately, I cannot reach the source. The Araloo is a formidable place. Tricky. A maze constantly evolving, changing, reshaping itself. The isthmus, for example. I found an oozing crack in the ground. The terrain then remade itself, and I can get to it no longer.
Perhaps we might be able to find a way through and take a look at that source.
Would you? That would be splendid. Would you mind taking notes?
You see ghosts. You stroll the Void as if it were your garden. You possess and share forbidden rituals. Who are you really?
I'm Lammy Haskell, and I am a man of many sciences. I am in fact a true pursuer.
That raises more questions than it answers.
What are the pillars of the universe? Which principles underpin existence? As occultists, do we change the world or scratch upon its surface? Each discipline I embrace peels back a new layer of reality. I'm yet at the beginning, and see where I already stand. Amazing, no?
You did not find the void breach beneath the mill by accident. You had help. Who taught you?
I did my research.
Suddenly, you're a man of few words.
I'd rather not involve those not present. Discretion, you understand.
Your father is convinced a witch poisoned his well. Caleb Watson was cursed by a ritual you gave him. I'd focus if I were you.
We must counter the devil with knowledge of his tricks. That, my father always said, is the purest of God's work.
Aye, I can imagine your father saying that.
When I was 10, he gave me my initiation. Demonology, sir, as he would say. He saw me as his heir. Then, of a sudden, the books were forbidden. So I stole them. The very same books he'd forced upon me as a boy. I understand them where he does not. I did no wrong, apart from a little theft.
You've studied demonology. Did you do it alone?
When my father forbade me to continue, I confess I disobeyed him in secret. Those big books were very boring until they were forbidden. Suddenly I could not get enough of their secret knowledge. Funny, eh? More recently, a good friend of my father showed me that I had only been scratching at the surface.
Who was your father's friend?
An itinerant Frenchman who often visited New Eden in recent years. He called himself a true pursuer. As a thinker, he was prolific and profound. My father was so proud to be included in his discourse. For him, knowledge is the ladder to greatness, and greatness is the prize. To me, knowledge is itself the prize.
God. Excuse me.
Let's go take a closer look at that ooze then.
And with that sorrow gone, I can leave. Do be careful. My home is your home. If you need anything, help yourself.
The Aralu is not your home, Lamy. But thank you.
Pardon my morbid enthusiasm, Mistress Duarte, but could I ask you a few questions?
What do you wish to know?
Antea, we should get going. So, the pious governor's unassuming son is our evil Harrow's witch.
The more powerful the loose cannon, the more dangerous it is. I don't know that I buy Lammy's hair of the dog theory, but I feel strange, and I suspect the ooze.
Only one way to find out. Oh, God! I need a wee bit of help here. Well, that was not pleasant. Not pleasant at all.
Destroy those ghost wards, if you want me back.
Where are they? Where are they?
I don't think so.
Where are the ghost wards? Ah. Come on.
Get back up! Die, you bastard!
Watch out.
Uh-oh.
They made it angry.
That's what it is.
Oozes through the breach, suppurates like a festering wound.
How delightful.
Another void. I hate these voids. A void in the void.
Let's see what lies on the other side. Where are we now?
Underground, looks like.
Wonderful.
The ooze affects the incarnate too. Who goes there?
Is that a ghost?
I don't know. But I don't think we're alone. What might you be then?
What was...
Oh, shite.
Did you just say shite? You? It's bigger than I thought it'd be.
Is that a house from the Harrows?
We may be below the well.
No wonder they all got sick.
The cries of the innocent have reached the ears of the Lord Almighty.
And the woman, being astonished, is confessed those things to be true. She and her elephant named this natural discourse had familiarity with the devil. Being asked whether she had made express covenant with him, she answered she had not, only as she promised to go with him when he called.
What is lurking here?
Time to work, Banisher.
Excuse me. Oh, no.
This house belonged to a certain Antipas and Clemency Gibbs. Something's concealed.
Hmm. Files and
The
taxes.
Gibbs' land was barren. They were struggling for money.
Look up. The ooze, oozed through the very stone.
Good. Good. Times are hard. Only last all the grain was understandable. We find ourselves soon. Okay.
And of all of them, just this one house fell down.
Maybe it was personal.
Was the Gibbs' house targeted by the ooze?
Obviously. Look around you.
Mr. and Mrs. Gibbs, have you read my paper?
I read it, aye. And then I washed my hands and prayed for grace. You claim to prove that there is no curse. Well,
A witch would say that, wouldn't she?
Wherever people gather to live, disease takes hold, and I believe... What are you doing?
your evil lies shall be destroyed. We know who you are, and you shall be judged. Witch!
That was Deborah. She built a case for her rationality, and they tore it apart.
Oh!
You're done. Piss off.
Oh.
Mrs. Gibbs, I presume. I love doing that.
What? Oh, man. Unnecessary shortcut.
Get lost, won't you? When of corpse is this up?
It's on you.
Another shadow.
What do they want? Red, something is keeping me from manifesting.
In here? Ah, shite.
A ward restrains me.
Perhaps the reward's here to counter the curse.
Well now, I'm honored. I can't help you.
intact.
I can't, Rory.
What is this? I can't seem to find the ward. I don't know where it's at. I'm looking up around everywhere. I just don't see it. So I'm going to just call it quits on this episode, and hopefully I can somehow find it.